Ding, ding, daylight. I was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pandey get 19 seats and he run and give his speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me Crooks and Panther was busting we liver string.
The information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
You give your hand to me and let me say hello, and now in morning speak, my heart is beating so, and everyone can tell, you think you know me well, you don't know me.
Hey guys, I am Nigel O'Connor, a singer for all seasons. I am that voice that moves you for every occasion. I am that voice that celebrates life moments one note at a time. I am Nigel O'Connor. You can contact me at 783-0054 or 754-3154. And oh yes, that's me singing in the background.
Brown Eyes Promotion presents We Outside Tobago Carnival 3, October 24th to 27th, an all-inclusive package, inclusive of breakfast, lunch, and accommodations. Smith Drive, Lowlands, Tobago, opposite Gulf City Mall. Limited spots. Book yours now. Call 713-4029. Accommodation options: 1 bedroom with a kitchenette, 2 beds, up to 4 people, or 2 bedrooms self-contained, 6 people max, queen size, plus single beds. Check-in time 2:30 p.m. Check out 11 a.m. Limited spots available. Prices with breakfast and lunch: $2,000 per person. Breakfast only $1,700 per person. Half payment due by July 31st. Pay off by September 30th. Non-refundable. Payment plans available. For more info and to book your spots, call 713-4029. We Outside Tobago Carnival 3 from October 24th to 27th. All courtesy Brown Eyes Promotion. We do not own the copyrights for the song playing in the background.
Your peace of mind is our priority. Prozone Security, your trusted partner in safety. With 24-hour monitoring and patrols, we've got your back day and night. Affordable, reliable, and always on guard. Prozone Security offers top-notch protection for your home, business, and everything in between. No matter the size, no matter the time, Prozone is committed to safeguarding what matters most to you. Contact us today at 767-7376 or visit us on Facebook and Instagram at KDF and Associates. Need security you can count on? Call us today. Prozone Security, affordable, reliable, 24/7 protection. Prozone Security, always on guard.
The information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pandey get 19 seats and he run and give a speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me crooks and panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and clear, but the results from the elections proved to me stick breaking black man air. They don't hear. So don't expect me to jam your prime minister.
No, don't tell me.
I stopped drinking bush tea for your fever.
I said no, don't tell me.
Cause you ain't do it once but you did it twice. Elections gone, is you choose Barabbas in front of Christ. So if you notice your little daughter bringing home a grand, because Camilla sent she to a school inside the Bitam, and when she bring home the baby father, the man like more sex than Pandey. Please don't stop me in the road to complain, cause I have nothing to say. My personal comments I will reserve.
You got a government you deserve.
To complain to me now, boy, you got some nerve. You got a government you deserve. Try my best to put sense in black man head. The consequence I was not afraid. But when I see Keith and Daphne on TV, deep in my heart I felt betrayed. Cause I remember in 1998 I got chastised when I sing my song. But if I did like game, I woulda take out she name and deceitfully win me crown. UNC corrupt like hell, but Satmaraj wouldn't say so. As black man open me mouth, he find that manning should go. To these negative response from the black man, I'm not surprised, because I've come to one conclusion: today black man is his own demise. Be wise. So don't tell me nothing about the EBC.
No, don't tell me.
Because I know some of you vote for UNC.
I said no, don't tell me.
Don't tell me that they cancel the URP, and how you can't get work to maintain your family. So if you end up just like a criminal on the run, because all the promises that they make, they ain't keeping none, and civil servants can't get a back pay, plus you self can't get a 10 days. Please don't stop me in the road to complain, cause I wouldn't be amazed. My little knowledge now I must preserve.
You get a government you deserve.
To protest government now it take plenty nerve. You get a government you deserve. From the public I get my lyrics. You just give me inspiration. You just give me the strength and courage to slaughter them politicians. But when I see you supporting Pandey and condoning all that is wrong, it's like giving me bread and a full glass of milk, then you turn wrong and kick it down. Pandey call businessmen parasitic oligarchies, but today Jack Warner and do praise the good buddies. What excuse you could have to put him back in power? If you ask Errol McLeod, he'll tell you that man was done a fork-tongue cobra. Yes sir. Don't tell me Caroni going through hell.
No, don't tell me.
I hear what the man can drink, he planning to sell.
I said no, don't tell me.
Don't tell me nothing about the Incogen deal, and how they never give a conch for the shipload of rice they steal. But if you notice, Carlos have a brand new Beamer, and he delayed the process till he come a minister. And you hear he got millions in cutback from the Miss Universe show as a gift. Please don't stop me and ask me to confirm, because I plead in the fifth. My little crocodile tried to preserve.
You get a government you deserve.
Ask Manning how much money he left reserve. You get a government
you deserve.
Good. Alles. Sugar.
Thank you. I feel sorry for loyal citizens who get caught up in the lacquer. But a fish always rotten from the head. Is Robbie and Pam put him there? Now Pandey get the taste of power. He feel that he's indispensable. Since I sing about his wife, he hate me for life, so they introduce clause 7. I didn't believe Caisonians could be bought easily. I would like to know what's the price they pay for Gypsy. In my humble opinion, his actions was rather slack. I hope he don't say he bad lucky if a man end up riding he back down a track. So don't tell me about going back to school and learn.
No, don't tell me.
When my future was never your concern.
I said no, don't tell me.
Don't tell me nothing about being black conscious. When your behavior proved to me you're worse than Judas. So if the PNM end up winning the court session, and you land in jail for signing false declaration, and in the night a big strong prisoner making sure you enjoy your stay, don't bother to write me and tell me that try and contact Pandey, cause the motto now in jail is protect and serve.
You get a government you deserve.
To tell me you get raped but you got some nerve. You get a government
you deserve.
Sugar. Alles.
Rolling Jungle Crew.
I'm appealing to Mr. John Public. Please don't approach me at all. You have a way when government jam you. Is in my ear you want to ball. You had a chance to change wrong the system with your finger of democracy. Pandey promise your harm, but he go get your man for the next 5 years. Wait and see. I'll agree with you if you say the EBC cheat. But no voter pardon scam could give UNC 19 seat. Even though there was corruption, the margin was very small. If you people they do the right thing, Assam couldn't beat Eddie Hart at all. Not at all. Don't tell me 64 billion they steal.
No, don't tell me.
I don't want to hear about the airport deal.
No, don't tell me.
Don't tell me Dan Raj was a fugitive, and how he took 5 million when he went to New York to live. But if for carnival you see quiet tongue in the country, and he playing mass with Omar and Helen Humphrey, and you see quiet tongue hugging up Yet Ming while pointing at the treasury. Don't tell me he showing him where to thief, cause that doesn't interest me. My little money I'll try to preserve.
You get a government you deserve.
So you have regrets now, but you got some nerve. You get a government
you deserve.
What is it? One more. Alles.
My friends make jokes, say Pandey looking for you, but the humor I can't afford, cause I believe rebellion to a tyrant is truly obedience to God. So when you hear I disperse my venom, It's for me they just want to kill. But I am firm as a wall, they can't stop me at all, cause I'm doing the master's will. I believe was God and it wasn't Pandey who say, nobody are watching. When you go to vote, put your X by the Balize. But like in the days of old, my people didn't take heed. And because now of disobedience, they'll eat the bread that the devil need. Because of greed. Don't tell me your roads get bigger pothole.
No, don't tell me.
When they run quick and pave, you felt your strike gold.
No, don't tell me.
Don't tell me about the crime rate in the country. Now that we have a drunkard in charge of security. But if one day you see people running for cover, and you hear Parliament was hijacked by Abu Bakr, and they say Ramdi I'll sign the paper to make Jack Warner Prime Minister. Please don't stop me at no time to explain. Try and convince Abu Bakr. My little energy I'll try to preserve.
You get a government you deserve.
To call back to you don't know, but you got some nerve. You get a government
you deserve.
What? Put your hands together for Sugar Hollows. Way.
November 7th, I see black man cry. No blood still running from black people's eye. But I remember when a sunrise, African rise. And I beg black man, please open your eyes. While I was singing and busting me liver string, black man asking me where Atlantic plays. Then they put their 14 finger on the shelf. So today, black man, you must blame yourself. Cause when I sing, they never listen where Coco say. Black man's mentality gone Spectrum and PSA. Big lyrics I sing in, they wouldn't listen to me. Black man telling black man, oh black man, come out to party. I remember when I sing Sham, we don't want it. The same black brothers say, Coco, you singing shit. So they say, through my fault while you strike your heart. Black man, all you look for that. I wonder why black man always contact kickstart. Black man, all you look for that.
Well, good evening. Here now, I feeling so embarrassed. I don't know about Ole, you know. Ole watch the news? Ole. How Ole feeling, Trinidad and Tobago? Ole good? Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad and to living outside of Trinidad and Tobago. Those of you who listen to me on YouTube, Facebook, we're going to set up an internet radio. So those of you who may not be at home to look at me on YouTube and on Facebook, you're going to have an internet radio very soon. But hear this now, Ole. Ole not feeling shame, boy. Ole feeling good? All in good spirits. Asking for a friend. All in good spirits today. All in feeling good. I feeling good. I feeling good. I feeling, you know. After looking at the news this evening, I am so ashamed. I'm so disappointed. Tunapuna, ole okay? Labre, ole alright? Point 14, how ole feeling? San Fernando West, Mbakade, Marabella, ole good? Talk to me now, ole feeling good? Ole alright? Upset tonight, you know. Yeah, I upset, boy.
Wrong table, and then look for the best for the old Jamaica people. But all you cannot quarrel, all you cannot fret. That's what you ask for, that's the way you get. We still love Nelson and Calypso Rose. The world know we honestly recognize those. Dwight Young, a great footballer with Aston Villa. We always show love and respect to that fella. But all you smile when Robbie married to Pande. I hope all you understand where Satmarat say. If he thought I marry a black man, he drop ship black. Tobago, all you look for that. Mighty Masquerade is done and Ricky Jai start. Tobago, all you look for that.
The song says, black man only look for that. Kiana, we look for this boy. So this evening I said I come in to talk about the commissioner. I said I come in to talk about the commissioner this evening. This evening I said, right, I'm going to show how disrespectful, how political, how he need to be reprimanded. I come set to deal with the commissioner this evening. You see me? I pull back the video clip of when he would have agreed with stand your ground. I pull back the video clip for when he said he took directive from the cabinet to take away former Prime Minister Young and former Prime Minister Dr. Rowley's security. I pull back the clip when he stood up in front of this nation and declared a SOE. I pull back the clip to show you how this man is so political, where he defending Barry Padarat and them going to what you call it, going to the football, the cricket. He defending Barry Padarat in the cricket, but Barry Padarat in Church's chicken without no security, buying chicken. And what upset me tonight was his disrespectful statements towards the political leader and opposition leader, Miss Penelope Beckles. You all heard that? Disrespect. So I came tonight really to deal with he, to get into that discussion tonight about our commissioner of police who is so political. You hear what I'm saying to you? He is political. Nobody can tell me different. He is political. So I now decided I'm going to deal with he tonight. Well, here now. I don't know what to tell you now. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Perform a post-mortem to San Fernando. Indian people controlling all the dough.
check Ramutasking. The Steel King. Bongo man, kinky head man. Understand, change your plan, African. Since emancipation you dominated, it's cartel hard work African hated. We just passed 1991, before you pull up your socks, pulling it down. I perform a post-mortem to San Fernando. Indian people controlling all the dough. Check Ramutasking. The Steel King. I walk down High Street, this is what I see. Indian people controlling all the money. Solomangani. Money, money, money. Well, my kinky too, so I feeling shame. It's time for we to join in the danza game. I don't want to always walk hanging my head down. African, it's time to turn the knob on. I tell you to rise, African rise. It's time we open we eyes. I want you to raise, my people raise. If you want to see better days, I'm begging you, grind, kinky head grind. The Indians leaving we behind. I want you to change all them nonsense. Stop. I want all Africans to wake up. Africa, in this land, we heading for destruction. We and Babulal from Don Caratal come up on the same Kurial. But African drink rum and wine in panorama.
So here now, hear this now. I want you to listen to me, right? This evening I don't know how, I want to hear your thoughts on this, you know. I want to hear your thoughts. I want, listen to me. You see this evening? I want to hear your thoughts about this. Are you embarrassed or you're good? You're happy with this that I'm about to show you? With this I want to show you. Let me tell you something now. Hey, we reach where we going, you know. As a nation, we reach where we going. Let me tell you why. When I saw this, I said, what is this?
I will say here today, will change the fact that...
Wait, not you. Not you. Well, take a listen to this.
And further accuse the US of being liars.
Take a listen to this.
Did not explain how it
tell me how you think. Tell me how you feel about this.
What procedure was used
I want to hear all you know. This evening I want to hear constructive talk, followers and listeners. I want to hear you all.
For example,
how will you
the
feel
crook who rules the
about
Dominican
this?
Republic and the drunk who rules
Tell me.
Trinidad, when they
Take a listen to this.
yes, a drunk sides with this attack, they are condemning.
All right, take a listen to this.
Cabello called her a drunk and further accused the U.S. of being liars, saying the White House did not explain how its naval forces determined that the boat came from Venezuelan territory, nor what procedure was used to identify the cartel, nor the nationalities of those on board. He was speaking on his weekly program last night.
For example, the stupid crook who rules the Dominican Republic and the drunk who rules Trinidad, when they... Yes, a drunk sides with this attack, they are condemning their people to be executed at sea. That's right, they are condemning their fishermen to be executed.
All you hear that, boy? You all heard that? I'm going to play the whole thing. But I want you to take a little breather touch yourself a little bit and ask yourself, say, this for real? This real? Pastor Google know that is AI. Only making this up. This can't be for real. This is AI. This can't be for real. This can't be for real. Only need to share the live, you know. Only need to share the live. Only need to share. Let me tell you something. When I heard it, but then I say, nah, I ain't wrong. That could never be true. The man say she's a drunkard. And he say, yes. Ole, Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidadians, wherever you are in the world, Trinidadians, wherever you are in the world, are you happy? Are you comfortable? Huh? Are you all comfortable? You're cool? Take a listen again. Take a listen. Somebody say he ain't lie. Well, we know, we oh Lord. Listen to this now, Leah.
Cabello called her a drunk and further accused the U.S. of being liars, saying the White House did not explain how its naval forces determined that the boat came from Venezuelan territory, nor what procedure was used to identify the cartel, nor the nationalities of those on board. He was speaking on his weekly program last night.
For example, the stupid crook who rules the Dominican Republic and the drunk who rules Trinidad, when they... Yes, a drunk sides with this attack. They are condemning their people to be executed at sea. That's right, they are condemning their fishermen to be executed.
Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander says Diosado's comment towards Prasad Bisesa is highly offensive, and he had some questions for him.
You're calling persons' names. We don't do that here. But since if he could identify her as that, probably he's either that too, or he's a madman. It would be fair to say, if I say to him, because of what is happening now in the United States, that he's facilitating drugs in his country. Is he a drug pusher? Is he a pimp?
The fallout from a recent U.S. drone strike that destroyed an alleged Venezuelan drug vessel has deepened.
This as conflicting narratives continue to emerge between Venezuelan government statements and reports from a local independent media house there.
While officials chalk up the...
So, Oleana, I want to play the rest of this story for you. Also, because it's interesting. It's just getting so interesting, eh? So interesting. But most of all, what do you think about the what do you think about the man calling the Prime Minister a drunkard? He said she's a drunk. What do you think about that?
Cabello called her a drunk and further accused the U.S. of being liars, saying the White House did not explain how its naval forces determined that the boat came from Venezuelan territory, nor what procedure was used to identify the cartel, nor the nationalities of those on board. He was speaking on his weekly program last night.
For example, the stupid crook who rules the Dominican Republic and the drunk who rules Trinidad, when they... Yes, a drunk sides with this attack. They are condemning their people to be executed at sea. That's right, they are condemning their fishermen to be executed.
We'll take some calls. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get back with Philip Alexander used to call her. He was in a car. He was saying something about her. So I don't know what it is that next Alexander talking about. We don't call people like that. We don't say that. We don't call them names here. Something wrong with you, or we live in a bubble?
Well, remember he was the one who said, community center is a center for the community.
Maybe you should say a rum sup is so drunk.
He say, remember he's the one who say, lawyers are drinking from their own cows. They're drinking their milk from their own cows.
But the way how we say it, like, we don't call people names like that here. We don't do that here. What? That people sitting down next to you doing that normal. Oh yeah, please.
So you have any idea where I could get the clip with Mr. Alexander?
Why? I was trying, you know. But then again, if not he alone, there's a whole set of them do it too. Probably could get JW, the ILPU man. He say too.
Pandy said it.
Well, okay.
You could find that one where Mr. Pandy said that you were so drunk. I didn't say it, Kamala. Jack say you were so drunk that you fall down on Gandhi statue. I didn't say that, Kamala. Jack say. So when the man say,
yeah, because they had dealings with her before, so maybe I don't know. And it is news in the news. Them that thing came over news, and when she was, that came over news, and so you see they don't watch our news too.
Oh yeah, you can send that one too.
All right, I'm going. I'll send that for you.
What did they say? What she said?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna organize.
No, make sure I find you one with bars, eh?
Yeah, organize.
Jack say, not me, Kamala. Jack say you was so drunk you fall down on Gandhi statue. Not I say that, Kamala. Jack say.
Oh. I'll organize it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me hear this call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Gold. Pastor Gold, there are plenty in your slide, but how reputation proceeds on. Imagine quite in Venezuela, people can know that he's a drunkard.
Well, the man say that. You see how I want us just to be careful, eh? Don't get me in problems. The man said that, and Mr. Alexander run to her defense. Right?
Yeah.
Mr. Alexander, Minister of Homeland Security, would have run into her defense. My thing is, Mr. Alexander is saying that we don't call people names here.
We do. In our colored souls, in local parlance, in Mobalang, Bacchanal, electioneering, we do. We call each and every one of us names. The lambit, look how much things she said about Dr. Oli, and they'll get it back on the next side too. Right? That is the culture of our country. So Alexander, I like the impression of him though. Alexander, you need to get real.
Which ones you like? You like the one where he say a community center?
Yeah.
Is a center.
No, I like how he was looking up in the air.
A community center is a center
God.
for the community.
Pastor Gold, Don't feel as across the border alone that nobody's things. It's all over the world for reputation for Caesar. On.
Thank you very much. My thing is, and my question still remains, should we laugh or should we be ashamed? Should we be laughing at this or should we be ashamed of this? That is the question I want to ask this evening. Do you think as a nation we should be laughing at this or we should be ashamed of this? Hello, good evening.
Yes, hello, good evening.
Good evening,
Well,
ma'am.
I shame because this thing going all over the world. I surely that since last night. So, Alexander shouldn't even talk that. The answer he will get from them people over there now, it ain't gonna be nice. They will embarrass him. They know everything going on inside of here, you know. They know who is who and everything.
Wow.
They will make him know how dancy he is.
All right.
It blows.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
So, we were waiting to hear the answer tomorrow. Is every day is something.
All right. Thank you.
One more thing I want to talk about is the boat. If that boat leave from where they say it leave, because I saw something on CNC News, and that boat really was coming here. That bombing take place northwest of Trinidad. I don't know if you understand the geography, because the Caribbean Sea, nowhere by where that vessel leave from East Venezuela, Sucre, which is in the Carupano area. Information came out. Families claim and say that the family really went out to see
but I still do believe that. Today, remember, America will set it up very nice, you know. America will pay people to cry.
No, you were saying that, but then what I'm telling you is people from that side, East Venezuela, came out and said the family get killed. So they admit that the family leave and was coming here. You follow? You will hear it in the news.
I heard it already. I heard it. I saw it. But I'm still. All right. I'm still taken aback that people will see warships out there, know that the warships are there, and they're saying what they're saying in the news, and you would still leave from where you are to come here. Nah, that's questionable.
Let me show you something. Those people who came out and said that they left there, if they talk, it's not no drugs they was coming with, you know. These people get assassinated innocently. They were coming here to sell. And I don't know why the past government not coming out and saying that they had signed a fish trade. That's how they name it. A fish trade, so that the people from East Venezuela could come here to shop, buy, go back and sell, and vice versa with this country to avoid all this contraband, so they could live and make a dollar, because that side where they're coming from is a poor area and they don't get much food and things. So to boost up that area, Rowley and Maduro signed those documents with 4 mayors from these eastern parts of Venezuela with Paola Gopiskun. I have the information, and they should come out and say something. And Kamala, she says, know all about that, because Maduro had asked her to do that trade and she never did it. They don't mesh, because things he had asked her, ideas he had, she ain't doing a lot of things. And they fall out, and she have this vex for a long time. But all things are good to talk. Are gone.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good night, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Pastor Google, I feel shame. This thing is broadcast all over, you know. It is embarrassing.
So it's nothing to laugh at.
There's nothing to laugh at. And remember your daddy say that as we speaking right now, it has CIA operatives in the country. Well, I am convinced that the Venezuelans too have their intelligence here in this country as well. So they probably know every nook and cranny about what's going on in this country. Right? I want to make it very scary too, Pastor Google. That gentleman that talked there in the news, he's the defense minister.
Yep.
And he's in military garb, right? Green attire. And you see the background portrait of Hugo Chavez. Pastor Google, we had to pray for this country, you know why? And history have a thing. You ever studied Nazi Germany and stuff like that, right? When countries ready to invade and stuff like that, right? You know, when two countries at war, the other side would have a list of people who they would like to target or get arrested. If, God forbid, they do an invasion. You know about that, right, Pastor Google?
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
We have to pray that lady is not on the list. And probably as we speaking right now, they probably have a list already of people who they probably want in Trinidad.
All right.
If that's the case, it wouldn't be nice at all. This is very serious, you know.
Yep.
Worst case scenario, embassy people from embassy will be recalled because I hear the chances fight between Caracas and Trinidad. And if it is that people will start to recall from embassy, that is where the thing will start.
All right.
We won't fit. All right.
Yeah, man. So I have up the picture of the boat. Right? I have up a picture of the boat. So I want you all to watch this, you know, because they are trying to convince us, right, that it had 11 people on this boat. 11 people on this boat. Only seen 11 persons there. They was lying down. Oh. 11 persons was lying down. Talk to me. Only seen 11 persons there. Only leave me alone now. You all see the 11 persons there? Only can make out 11 persons there? Hello, good evening.
You have to play that in more slow motion and that way.
I can't play it in slow motion, like only slower than that.
No, what I said, I wanted to check if it have 11 people on it. But I ain't seen 11 people. So I don't know where this 11 people coming from. You think if they blow up the boat, something will have to be sinking and floating and all them kind of thing. So I don't really know who going with it and where going with it. I call it a AI something, and that is what I call it a AI something. That make no sense towards me. I say making no sense for me, but I feel shame. And I feel shame for the UNC supporters of what people say about the Prime Minister. And I feel shame for the PNM people who sit back and cry all now. So what happened? It now starts. Budget coming up. And since the coming power, food prices are going down. Nothing is going down, everything going up. It's going to go up about 50% in the grocery. And everybody keep talking, and nobody is studying what they're doing. But when the budget come up, then we will understand what dropping and what going up. And then I will hear these people that give share a chance. But the Homeland Security Minister should have said on those questions, I have no comment to make. Because he knows, and when you know something, and you're trying to go through the thing, you become the same thing in the same time too, later.
All right, thank you very much. Hey, all you watching that? You all watching that and telling me that it have 11 people on that boat? If only believe it have 11 people on that boat, then I feel it had 20. Yeah. Hello, good evening.
It have a lower deck. You didn't see the lower deck?
Oh, it have a lower deck?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't finish shame for nobody. I have my shame for myself. I didn't finish shame for nobody. Take that.
So you think that, so you don't think that the country should be ashamed of how people labeling our leaders?
Oh, you could go ahead and feel shame, you know. I ain't feeling shame for nobody. I said me, I talking about for myself. I don't feel shame for nobody.
Why you not feeling shame?
if you ain't put yourself in that, nobody would call you that to begin with. If somebody could just watch me so and call me that.
Wow. So you're not feeling shame?
No. It had 10 people under that boat. It have a lower deck. Check it out.
All right. Well, you see it have 10 people under that boat. I get that. Yeah, like, you believe it had 10 people under that boat. You ain't find anything
yeah,
for me?
It have a lower deck. It have a lower deck. It had 10 people already. I see the one on top and the 10 people under.
I would like to get a video of Mr. Pandey boy.
Oh, yeah. Organizing the acts now. Huh?
Mr. Basdio Pandey.
Yeah, looking.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, let me be real now. Let us be real. Let us be real. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening.
Well, it's hickory dickory dock, yes? Imagine a country with some of the most sophisticated surveillance equipment, and they showing you a picture looking like that. What are they trying to hide? They could have seen a 10 cent on board that organ ship if they want. Clearly. So we know what's going on there. And that lady who liked the organ bump up, she comes and talking one set of folly. She didn't listen to Kissinger. Henry Kissinger said to be an enemy of the United States is dangerous, but to be a friend is fatal. Better we stay a trading partner than a friend. And when you're dealing with trade, it's business. Ain't no friendship in that. It's straight business.
I hear you.
Right, man.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google.
Yes, sir.
I don't believe it had any 11 persons in that boat. And the Venezuelan man spoke just now. He was, well, I will paraphrase, say it out he was saying how I hope all of you feel the same way when they blow all the boat out of the water, all the fishermen. If you play back the tape, you will get it just how
I
heard
what he said.
Right. So I hope because it has no distinction when boats in water, you know. It has no flag on the boat. So when we people go fishing and they blow them out of the water the same way, I hope Alexander and them know because the Venezuelans, some village in Venezuela, wherever you call them, there was mourning.
I'll play that just now. I'll play it over.
Right.
You hear what they were saying.
Yes,
So it was
real fishermen they kill. It was real fishermen they kill, and I don't think it had any limb. But see how I know this is AI generated. I was watching an American news channel, and they put them in red. Sitting down, they put 11 people in the boat around the side of the boat. Sitting down, but what you showing me is that nobody's body sitting down on the side of the boat. I tell you, I generated.
Oh, good. Hey,
several
video. Let me show the people Let me show me people. We have people on the live.
Let me see that warning news.
Find it. Thank you very much. Only don't do that. So you're the man, right? I want to play over my bedroom. Hear him.
Cabello called her a drunk and further accused the U.S. of being liars, saying the White House did not explain how its naval forces determined that the boat came from Venezuelan territory, nor what procedure was used to identify the cartel, nor the nationalities of those on board. He was speaking on his weekly program last night.
For example, the stupid crook who rules the Dominican Republic and the drunk who rules Trinidad, when they... Yes, a drunk sides with this attack. They are condemning their people to be executed at sea. That's right, they are condemning their fishermen to be executed.
Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander says Diosado's comment towards Prasad Bisesa is highly offensive, and he had some questions for him.
You're calling persons' names. We don't do that here. But since if he could identify her as that, probably he's either that too, or he's a madman. it would be fair to say, if I say to him, because of what is happening now in the United States, that he's facilitating drugs in his country. Is he a drug pusher? Is he a pimp?
The fallout from a recent U.S. drone strike that destroyed an alleged Venezuelan drug vessel has deepened.
This as conflicting narratives continue to emerge between Venezuelan government statements and reports from a local independent media house there.
While officials chalk up the incident as AI generated, El Pitazo says the 11 killed were on a vessel destined for this country. Here's more. Venezuelan officials continue to dismiss this widely circulated footage of a drone attack on an alleged drug vessel shared by U.S. President Donald Trump as an AI-generated fabrication. Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello told state broadcaster VTV the footage appeared to be AI-generated and was being used by Washington to manipulate public opinion. But a report from independent Venezuelan outlet El Pitazo on Thursday is painting a starkly different picture. Journalists there spoke with grieving relatives and neighbors in San Juan de Unare, Sucre State, who confirmed that 11 men were killed when their speedboat was destroyed while en route to Trinidad and Tobago. Families have also shared photographs, names and tributes to the deceased on social media, countering the claims that the strike victims were fictitious. Guardian Media attempted to reach out to journalists attached to El Pitazo for further information. However, there was no response to our emails or calls.
So you all heard that, right? You all heard that. So, I don't know what to say. I still don't believe it though.
UNC Posse, good evening. Tomorrow morning, the Peace Partnership is the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
What is that?
UNC Posse, good evening.
Well. Well. Well, are we serious? We on games in this place. We on games. They trying to convince us that it had 11 people on this pirogue. 11 people? 11 they say, no? 11 they say, no? Let me be real now, man. Let us be real and stop trying to fool us. Let us be real. 11 people on that pirogue? And then people now, people are crying and saying that their family members was on the pirogue. Okay. Alright. Well, I believe that. Do you believe that story? Do you believe that story? You only talk to me. You all know the numbers to call. 464-7003. 464-7003. 464-7003. That is the number to call. That is the number to call. You tell me. Tell me now. Will you really believe that boat? Talk to me. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good night, Pastor Gogo.
Yes, sir.
Alexander operating like Jack when Jack used to operate with the Prime Minister. Alexander wouldn't go down in Venezuela and tell the man that.
Okay. All right. 464-7003. 464-7003. 464-7003. That's the number you could call. Tell me, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you believe what you're seeing? Hello, good evening.
Check your phone.
Check your phone. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening, Pastor Google.
Yes, sir.
I remember. You see, they have a thing called a thermal imaging camera. That is how in America now, they don't have to scan, they don't have to unpack a container again to see a story. From your thermal imaging camera, it sense your body heat. Now, I question the amount of people in the vessel based on what I saw in the Guardian. The Guardian had that on the front page 3 photos of the vessel. In I think the second photo you could from the thermal imaging camera you could point out about 3 or 4. Right? Depending on the angle. What I had told man just call and say somewhere was showing them 11.
No. Somewhere in America. Just now.
Mm-hmm.
What Tallman was saying is that in the video that he saw,
mm-hmm.
They were trying to put markers for 11 men to show you that 11 men cannot fit on that boat, was not on that boat.
Well, right. Well, you see, the markers that they're trying to show is to try to show you is that thermal imaging camera would point out the body heat of the individual. So they will show it in spots. They can't show the person. But because of what is considered the heat of the individual, will identify the persons. So they check the pictures as objects of a human being. Now, I'm not stating that it's not AI, but I remember some time ago I told you we had to sit down and wait and see who would jump out and start to cry. Now, we have a group of people in Venezuela crying, so we had to wait to see if the news could ever get in touch to that or see if this is just something fabricated. That's why I said, if we sit down and say, yes, the carry come in a mess, because any fishing vessel could go out and automatically become a target based on what is transpiring. So we're putting our citizens' life at risk for going out to do their daily duty because of the statement of, am I embarrassed? Of course I'm embarrassed, Pastor Google. He is not talking to me, or you, He is talking to the leader of mine, yes, because we have the Prime President. But he is talking to the person that everybody see as Trinidad and Tobago presently now. And you're talking about a man who's speaking on behalf of a leader of a next country. So that means he had the authority of that person to come out and make a statement describing our leader. And this is not an issue between Trinidad. This is something global because all around the news, America showing their might. So they would sit back and look at how a man described my leader, Pastor Google. Yes, I'm embarrassed. I want to hear the response in it. But Alexander, I'm more embarrassed because of Alexander, Pastor Google.
Why?
Because he did the same thing that he describing the man as doing to ask if he was there when he asked if he's a pimp, a drug or a pimp. That is his logic. That is the only thing he could have come up with, Pastor Google. Baby Hulk. That is his defense.
What do you call him?
Baby Hulk. Excuse me. Yeah.
Why are they calling him?
Community center is a community. Come on, man.
Community center is a. Listen to me. You all have to say it properly. A community.
I have it done on the queue.
A community center is a center for the community.
Me, you going to lock up? Is me you want to lock up, boy Alexander? Me, boy Alexander, you want to lock up? Come here, with the handcuff. Let me put it on him. Remember that one?
Yeah.
All right. Come now, man.
He also said that lawyers are drinking milk.
Yeah.
From their cows.
Yeah. That's the level of the man's intelligence. Here is response. Instead of him pass it off as the man is just a madman, the man don't know what he's saying. He's trying to bring down the man the same way he's trying to say that we don't call nobody names. I'm more embarrassed for his response first. Because when they play the man, they go ask who really drunk the boy. Is it the Prime Minister or everybody?
Oh man,
That is the next question, the question was what Alexander on
in this country. We don't call people names. If I was to call you names.
Sorry, I apologize. You don't want to call him the green man then?
Hey, stop it now. Let me take some more calls. Call him back. All
right, Pastor.
Yeah, man. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Go.
Yes.
How are you today?
A community center is a center for the community.
but of course, a community center is a center for the community. That can only come from Roger Alexander. These people are bunglers. They are putting this country more and more in harm's way.
True.
They are just doing things. Look at what Roger Alexander just said. That's how wars will start. You all the showing words for one another.
Mm-hmm.
He said the country is being run. He said the country is being run by a drunkard.
Yeah.
Roger Alexander. Well, if he could say that about she, he must say the same thing, or he's a madman. Or who is he? Oh gosh, what kind of children we are running this country, right? They forget that Venezuela have a far more superior army than we have. They have better vessels, bigger vessels. What are we doing? And Mrs. Kamala Posada, she's not calming herself at all.
Why?
She's not calming herself.
Why she must calm herself?
I was looking at the morning program on MSNBC a couple minutes ago, and they had a former general, army general, who said that he is of the opinion Trump is making a mistake because there's no way he been on the scene for over 35 years. He could see anything that they produce there is real. He said that I listened to that 2 or 3 mornings ago. So even in the United States of America, there are people doubting what Trump said. So I mean, and my grandfather always tell me, hey, you see when you're telling a lie and you have people listening to it, the next thing everybody will take it for the truth. And this is what's going on with us here. You know. Trump telling us lies and we believe him, and the governance and the country lying to us and we believe in too.
I don't know if I believe in. If you believe in it, then good for you. But I don't believe it.
But I mean, I listen to other outside sources. I am not believing, but I'm telling you, when you keep telling a lie and nobody is opposing it, so others it becomes true.
But who tell you people not opposing it? People are opposing that story about ship and boat and all them 11 people. Come on, I am showing you the video now. Anybody who watching the video would realize that
But I saw that and they had the same vessel that they're showing that on MSNBC while the general was talking, and the general was saying he doesn't see no human beings on that, based on the photograph that he doesn't see human beings there. He doesn't see no human beings there. He's in movement, but they're not human beings. So I am listening to these people, and all I'm seeing is a confused bunch of people running my country. And I don't understand what taking place. This lady only making a such a wild statements.
All right,
Not
caller.
thinking. Anyhow, you take care.
Thank you.
Sunday, UNC posse. Good evening. Tomorrow morning, the Peter's partnership is the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
Hello, good evening.
Hey, good evening, Pastor Google. Now, we have to pay attention to a certain scenario that occurred during the last regime. When Dr. Rowley and them they begged and pleaded with them to allow us to sign the deal with Venezuela. But Trump didn't want that. As soon as he come in, he killed that. And first, they put in sanctions on Venezuela. They want Venezuelans to profit no way, not even to sell us anything. If they catch anybody buying oil from them, they're sanctioning you too. So how we don't know? Normally, when they meet drug pushers and traffickers on the ocean, they just board them, especially in boats, and confiscate so they could display it, have it on
Nothing for
display.
the UNC,
And
insisting too that it is
But
Mr.
strange
Warner
enough, they
who
block
is
this
responsible for spreading rumors
The
about
idea is that
Passad Bisasa.
You
Did
ain't
Jack
supposed to
not
go to Trinidad
go
and make
on
no money.
Mulchantes Junction and said that you
Come
were
on,
so
and they're paying
drunk you
attention
fall
to
down
what
on
I told.
Gandhi statute? That
But
is on
Mr.
record.
Alexander, with
I
his
didn't say
wild
that,
statement and his knuckle dragging kind of attitude. All the while, this UNC government calling the PNM members all sorts of name, derogatory, some of the worst kind of thing, and he can remember that. So that means he had to be part and parcel either the drunk scenario, as they say. And you know what they say? Wine is a mocker. So when you drink it, you're really gonna act like a fool. That is what we're seeing right now. No sense whatsoever. Just the spirits take over and have you babbling. I really have to feel sorry for them because they know not what they do.
All right.
Them is the kind of people that is still Christ.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello? Hello? Caller? All right, caller, you may have to call me back. I don't know what happened there, but call me back, please, caller. Let's rush to this one here. Take a listen. Take a listen to this.
Nothing for the UNC, insisting too that it is Mr. Warner who is responsible for spreading rumors about Passad Bisasa.
Did Jack not go on Mulchantes Junction and said that you were so drunk you fall down on Gandhi statute? That is on record. I didn't say that, Kamala. Jack said that. Do you have the guts to go and say that Jack said that about you?
He then trained his gun on former Shogunas mayor.
Are you feeling ashamed? Trinidad and Tobago
called her a drunk and further accused the U.S. of being liars, saying the White House did not explain how its naval forces determined that the boat came from Venezuelan territory, nor what procedure was used to identify the cartel, nor the nationalities of those on board. He was speaking on his weekly program last night.
For example, the stupid crook who rules the Dominican Republic and the drunk who rules Trinidad, when they, a drunk sides with this attack, they are condemning their people to be executed at sea. That's right, they are condemning their fishermen to be executed.
Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander says Diosado's comment towards Passad Bisasa is highly offensive, and he had some questions for him.
You're calling persons' names. We don't do that here. But since if he could identify her as that, probably he's either that too, or he's a madman. It would be fair to say, if I say to him, because of what is happening now in the United States, that he's facilitating drugs in his country. Is he a drug pusher? Is he a pimp?
The fallout from a recent U.S. drone strike that destroyed an alleged Venezuelan drug vessel has deepened.
This as...
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Pastor Google, we just had our gentleman calling half 50% of the people of Trinidad and Tobago rabid dogs. Rabid dogs. And if they're working for you, fire them. Another one called one of our former presidents and insipid, you know what? Not so, Pastor Google?
Oh, yes.
So, under which rock Alexander living? From his own party that he support. Under which rock he living? And the present president, what I was calling her, wrongly, I believe it's the Red House, but no, when they were in the towers.
The Red House.
Well, how many names they call that their leader called Dr. Rowley? Black man and blank man and all sorts of things. How many times? They've called Dr. Rowley the worst of the worst. And he's sitting down to say that we don't do this in this country. Under in his own party that he supported. Just recently it was done. Huh? You calling one of them calling half the nation rabid dogs. No, they shouldn't get no work. And if we're working, they should fire all you. As if we are nobody in this country. Huh? And they have one who just can't keep him out quiet talking about Dr. Williams was not the father of the nation. He was not the first prime minister. Where was he? They are the ones like to call people names. They are the ones like to do it. They do it all the time. And it is endorsed by their leader. So if a foreigner sees her for what she really and truly is, the world knows her as that. This world is no longer as big as it used to be because of social media and the internet and so on. Everybody knows that. Where would he have gotten his information from? He's seeing the same thing all of us seeing. So it doesn't matter how glorifying it or anything like that, but the point of the matter is there. Nobody didn't have to prompt him to say it. He saw it the same way all of us have been seeing it. And they have no shame. None whatsoever.
All right. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Hello, good evening, caller.
Hello, good evening, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
So for a month now, I'm trying to get on this program, but it's very hard to get in now. Let me get into my contribution quickly. I think, am I ashamed? Yes, but not for the leader. I am ashamed that we as Trinidadians have to go through this. And I listening to Mr. Alexander, saying that we don't call people names.
Yeah.
But I clearly remember before the election, the Prime Minister, opposition leader then, was referring to the President of Venezuela as a murderer, a drug pusher, a human trafficker, and all those names. And I did not hear wrong, because I sure everybody else would have heard she called those names. So to say we don't call people names, that is clearly not trying to be saying that for the public to hear, knowing that we know otherwise. That is not fair. And I'm thinking too, when I heard that they close, Carl is not flying to Caracas and Venezuela. We as a country, people, we need to know why. Because we need to know if there is something coming in September that we have to be concerned about. That is of kind of just out of the blue. Carl, so what about people who, you book plane tickets in advance, you go in here to get cheaper rate. You know how it's go. So people who would have tickets to go come What become of all of that? Just like that, you suspend flights. It have to have something in the making. We are not being told the truth. And it is a frightening thing from where I sit, and I think most people in the country here, because we're not accustomed to that. Guyana and Venezuela had the little snippet going on. How the president of Guyana is not using the reckless statement. I haven't seen nothing come up in the media to the kind of reckless statement this leader here making. And how I haven't heard that from Guyana, and they and Venezuela have the thing going on for the longest while, but I never hear the president come out and use the remarks that this prime minister is using to the detrimental of citizens of this country. That is my contribution for now. Have a pleasant night.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening, caller.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
All right, good evening, sir.
All right, well, I'm going to drop another bombshell on you now to refresh your memory. Do you recall that our Prime Minister abused her...
Abused who?
Abused her position at the time as Prime Minister and referred to Dr. Rowley's parents as rapists and so forth. Yes. And it was recorded in Hansard so that it would be a permanent memory for all history.
Yes.
Right? So that, let's say another Dr. Mayhew come down the road 20, 30 years down the road and people challenge him. What do you think Dr. Mayhew will say if he was alive? If he's alive, that is 20, 30 years down the road, and someone with his personality come and say, I ain't say so, the records say so. You understand? Just as how you show Pandey saying, I ain't say so, is Jack say so. The person who with the personality of Dr. Mayhew 20, 30 or 40 years down the road will say, it in me say so, it's on Hansard records. And if it is on Hansard records, it had to be true. I wonder if you get what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Right? So that when you come and say that you don't call people names, that is the worst thing, because Dr. Rowley's parents, grandparents, and everybody died long today in no way to defend themselves. And instead of having that cut out of Parliament records in the same way you cut out Stuart Young's salary, you could have do that. They could have make sure that was corrected or whatever the case may be. But they left it there as a permanent memory to embarrass the man. And now you have the police, Homeland Security, coming to tell us we don't call people by their name. Oh, God, Pastor Google, make sure you have all them tapes gather up there, no man. Make sure you have the tapes of Alexander, the other Alexander. Make sure you have all the tapes of Annie Roberts. Make sure you have all them tapes of this other one, Naked, and to show how people just call names in this place in an embarrassing way, and nobody is censured. And the press and all the people, all the Martin Dailies and all the players just duck away from Hamid Ghani, and all of them just duck away from making comments about this thing. There is only way for when Dr. Rowley talk and correct the records, they find it too rough, they find it too this and that and the other. I just want to remind you of that. That is the worst thing, to call people parents, rapists and all kind of thing, and make it and ensure that it is on Hansard records so that it will be there for a permanent history and a mark on the people's family. And you and I may not be around at that time, but 30, 40, 50 years down the road, somebody, just as how they come to downplay the importance of Dr. Williams, a person of this Mingo, Dr. Mingo personality will come and say the records say so.
All right.
All right. So that's my bombshell this evening. All right. Yeah.
Nothing for the UNC, insisting too that it is Mr. Warner who is responsible for spreading rumors about Prasad Bisasa.
Did Jack not go on Mulchan Twist Junction and said that you were so drunk you fall down on Gandhi's statue? That is on record. I didn't say that, Kamala. Jack said that. Do you have the guts to go and say that Jack said that about you?
He then trained his gun on former Chaguanas Mayor
Good night to you, Pastor Google, and to your listening audience. Pastor Google, I want to agree with one of your callers who said they're not ashamed. When at Trinidad and Tobago, some of decided to make Kamala Prasad Bisesa our Prime Minister, we know very well who we were voting for. They know who they were voting for. Jack say it, Pandey say it, Philip Alexander say it. You understand? So there's nothing to be ashamed about. This it really pains me to see Alexander standing up to talk about calling names, but that's for another discussion. The other thing is, I feel a story about those Venezuelans gone missing. I feel as I that I don't have a date on that, so that could be something that happened some time ago, and they just pulled back the story to kind of corroborate the fact that there were Venezuelans on the boat. All right, and the other thing is, Pastor Google, this country in a sad state, it's in a sad state, and while we are here discussing matters of importance to us, we also have to pray, because when it gets to the point where we have our head of state, Prime Minister, being called a drunk, and it's worldwide news, we in a sad state. This country need prayers, holy water, a cocaine broom, a calabash, a blue soap, and so much more, because we in real trouble, real trouble.
I hear your caller.
Patriotism
the
for them
cookie
is a
broom and the
parade
calabash and the
that they had
candles
for
and the
years,
different thing.
10 years,
Why?
which was in truth and fact a PNM rally for their base in Port of Spain. We're not interested. Patriotism for them is a parade that they had for years, 10 years, which was in truth and fact a PNM rally for their base in Port of Spain. We're not interested.
Only hear this man? Only hear that man? Only hear that man? Only hear that man? Only see we serious?
Patriotism for them is a parade that they had for years.
Because as I said before in previous videos, when the PNM not in power, you all are rabid dogs. Emphasis on the dogs. Anybody in the UNC who is coward not to let go of PNM employees, I say fire burn all you too. Because as I said before in previous videos,
The man called PNM people rabbit dogs.
because as I said before in previous videos, when the PNM not in power, you all are rabid dogs. Emphasis on the dogs. Anybody in the UNC who is coward not to let go of PNM employees, I say fire burn all you too. Because as I said before in previous videos.
You hear that? Somebody said to me, good night, Pastor Google, you probably did not see when 10 persons drove off the boat. Okay. Dive off the boat. I didn't see when I didn't see the 10 persons on the dive off the boat now. You saw it? If you saw it, I'm glad for you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Pastor Google. Pascal Real marching, boy. Jersey marching, hat marching.
Jesus matching too. Could we? That you call to ask me if I'm matching? See, you send my picture of you and Miss Khadija Amin, boy. Eh? You send my picture of you and Khadija Amin. You want me to put it up for you? I go put it up. I put it up for people to see who is the fella calling me and harassing me all the time. So, well, you want to see who it is? I will show you. In his UNC jersey. In his UNC jersey. There is the famous KFC. I will show you the famous KFC. Well, you want to see the famous KFC? I will show you the famous KFC. Which he gets nothing, Nothing from the UNC. Only good, we. Good boy. Good to go. So I'm still taking all your calls. So yeah, I really wanted to deal with that today. I really wanted to deal with that this evening. Because I felt shame, boy. I felt embarrassed. I don't know about nobody else. I felt embarrassed by that whole situation.
Cabello called her a drunk and further accused the U.S. of being liars, saying the White House did not explain how its naval forces determined that the boat came from Venezuelan territory, nor what procedure was used to identify the cartel, nor the nationalities of those on board. He was speaking on his weekly program last night.
For example, the stupid crook who rules the Dominican Republic and the drunk who rules Trinidad, when they... Yes, a drunk sides with this attack. They are condemning their people to be executed at sea. That's right, they are condemning their fishermen to be executed.
Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander says Diosado's comment towards Prasad Bisesa is highly offensive, and he had some...
Hello, good evening, caller.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, this is the person who used to work with Penny.
Hi, Mom, how are you?
Hi there. It's a little joke I sent for you when I say if you ain't seen
No, I know it's a joke. Mom. No, don't think I take it serious. No, I ain't take it serious, Mom.
Yes.
No, I ain't take it serious. It's just that this is getting really, really embarrassing, though.
Yes. They're ridiculous. They're getting worse. It's getting worse.
Yep.
And you know what, listen, as I said, I don't like to call because I don't like to call and say any out-of-time thing.
No, you ain't saying nothing out of time, and what you're saying is the truth. This is embarrassing.
Right. More than embarrassing. I'm getting sick of these people. I'm getting sick of these people. Every day is something. Every day. Every day. And it's getting worse.
Yep. Yes, it is. Thank you very much, Mom.
Okay, darling.
Because I said before in previous videos, when the PNM not in power, you all are rabid dogs. Emphasis on the dogs. Anybody...
Hello, good evening.
Pastor Gogo, good evening again.
Yes, sir.
I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago something. There's a much bigger picture for us citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, because they are only in office just over 4 months, and what the UNC under this leader is doing is scorching the earth in a bad way for the future relationship between Trinidad and Tobago, the rest of CARICOM, and if we want to get gas from Venezuela anytime down in the future, it will be very, very, very difficult for any future prime minister to negotiate that, because remember, you're hurting people in other countries. This is what they are doing. This is what she is doing. She's scorching the earth to make things extremely bad for our manufacturing sector, who needs to do trade with CARICOM and our other neighbors. And she's making matters so bad with Venezuela. Venezuela has over 200 trillion cups of gas and a lot of oil. That's mainly the gas we want. And he is making things extremely bad for a future prime minister.
But they know, but Brian, to be honest, they know the difference, you know. They know the difference. Let me tell you why they know the difference. Last week in the news, I heard that same gentleman saying that he talked about former Prime Minister Young, and he talked about the gas deal and how much money that Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, $2 billion.
Yes, he talked about it, and he separated the two of them. He separated the both of them, and he knows the difference.
Yes, he does know, but is he going to be there in the future, Pastor? Remember, as I keep telling you, we might. One of your callers said it. We mightn't be around.
Yeah, but I think if they go back, if they properly go back into the history, and I think they would go back into the history and into the archives and see that that guy back in the in so and so year was not of the same government and same regime.
Pastor Google, remember what happened in 2015 when Dr. Rowley had to run to Jamaica? And what Dr. Rowley had said at the time, luckily he had studied in Jamaica, and he knew the people, and they knew him. You understand? Because our manufacturing sector was going to be damaged, regardless of who was in office. And that is my concern.
I understand your concern, and I seen it in a different light. The very fact that the gentleman would have clearly make a distinction between
the both. He did. Yeah, I heard it as well. I heard him.
Right? And my thing is that situation with Dr. Rowley and Jamaica, for me the difference was that it wasn't the government that wanted to do it. It was the store owners and the people who were bringing in the stuff. The business people, they had a problem. And the Prime Minister said to Dr. Rowley, come and talk to them to let them know that is not what you stand for as the new Prime Minister. So I'm not downplaying what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But I just hope and pray that this what is happening. Look at it. Look, it's just a mere 4 months. What does they expect from these people?
We ain't seen nothing yet. Wait, let me tell you something. All of them, Brian, all of them not on the same page. Let us review the news this evening. We're talking about one part of the news. Let me get into the news now. Let us get into the news, Brian. The minister, listen, the commissioner saying police officers going in school with guns. The Homeland Security minister saying no, they're not going in with guns. The Minister of Education saying I don't know. Ask the commissioner.
Everybody on a different page.
All of them on a different page. Wait, you think that is bad?
And the reporters left more confused because they kept asking over and over, it's yes or no, guns or no guns, firearms or no firearms.
And on top of that, the PTA saying that they don't want no guns in the schools.
Right? Well, Monday at hand, you know. Monday is at hand.
Wait, don't come off the phone yet. I want to give one more. And I'm going to play that video just now. Ban the central bank governor.
But no, Lord.
The central bank governor saying that there is no black market for US as he is aware of.
He said our cartel.
He say it have no cartel. It have no cartel. That's what he say. What the Prime Minister say?
It's have a cartel and they go launch an investigation, they go make it public. That's what she said. Right? There's a cartel and they're going to make it public. All those people who have money and so on and so on and so on and all this kind of thing. She said sometime in May, I believe it was, when they got into office. And now this Governor General of the Central Bank saying as far as he is aware, he ain't see no cartel. You understand what he say?
So all of them on the front page then?
Everybody on a different page. Everybody, the country going in all sorts of directions.
Okay.
Nobody knows for certain what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. If anything else, what we know is that this SOE is a farce. Because them fellas who say their life threatened went and watched cricket the other day. You understand? Without any concern.
But you saying went and watch cricket? It have a video with him going and buy KFC churches.
Well, look at that.
You want to put it up out?
Yes, put it up. I didn't see that one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay then. Only don't look man. Listen to me. Trinidad and Tobago, best only wake up, wake up and smell the coffee, Wake up and smell the coffee, and stop playing. You're taking yourself for fools, Stop allowing these people to take us for fools. I'm going to play this video here. See this video here? Take a listen to this. Take a listen to this video. Right? Take a listen to this video here. And I want to listen carefully. Listen to who taking us for fools. Right? Listen to who taking us for fools in this place.
Cartel operating in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right?
The revelation of cartel in TNT was made earlier this year by Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, but today...
Take a listen to this.
The bank governor has denied the existence of a foreign exchange cartel operating in Trinidad and Tobago.
The revelation of cartel in TNT was made earlier this year by Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, but today Larry Hawaii said as far as he's aware, there's no such thing.
The comments were made at his first media engagement since being appointed central bank governor in June, just over a month after the Prime Minister spoke of the cartel. Geisha Kalasa Alonso reports.
From our perspective, we have no evidence that would suggest there is a cartel.
Central Bank Governor Larry Hawaii is denying claims of a Forex cartel in the country. His statement contradicts what the Prime Minister had said at a post-cabinet media briefing on May 15th this year, when she announced government will compile a report on foreign exchange distribution and leakages over the last decade.
This report, as I say, will be made public to identify the main users, the main facilitators of this unfair distribution, and explain to the public how this entire Forex distribution cartel and conspiracy between certain operatives and businesses were functioning.
When contacted on the governor's remarks, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar referred us to Finance Minister Dave Tanku. We await his response. At Thursday's media engagement, the central bank governor admitted that there's a shortage of Forex, but could not say if there's now a crisis. According to him, there's a demand for $6 billion annually. He noted that a black market does exist.
I've been told that there's a black market somewhere out there. The extent of that black market, how pervasive it is, I have no real data on that.
He explained that there's also a...
The man see no real data. Hello, good evening.
Good night, sir. Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Yes, that man has to be fired. I expect you to decide tomorrow or next week.
You're breaking up really bad. You're sounding like you're in a hole.
Yeah, I want to hear by tomorrow or next week that he is fired.
How? Why? Why they must fire the man?
Because he said the same thing that Dr. Hillier said, and Dr. Hillier was said not to be given information. Right? And what I'm saying, he gave an outlook to the economy that was not dissimilar from what Mr. Imbert told us the last time he did so. And when that was going on, and they were in opposition, they harangued and lambasted him. All the experts, I want to hear Dr. Roger Hussein tomorrow. I want to hear
Dr. Indira, Saju, and Ali tomorrow. Right? I want to hear all of them, Dr. Indira Rampasad. I want to hear all of them who say that the economy is being stifled and so on. Right? And I am telling you, the worst is yet to come with the impending budget. I'm telling you, And I told you, and I'm saying again, that man is schooling Tanku. You hear what she said? She referred reporters to the finance minister. What she doing? Throwing people under the bus again, just like 15 years ago. That is her behavior. Right? That is her behavior. But that was the better alternative. Right? That was the better alternative. I want you to go back and look for the information of the economic outlook that was provided to us by the IMF and Standard & Poor's, which said that for 2025 we would have a growth rate of at least 2%. That the economy was stable and projected to have further growth in fiscal 2026, 2025, 2026. That's what was told to us. We had a credit rating of plus BBB. We will see where that will be by the time the budget is passed, because those reports are given on a quarterly basis. We are now into the last quarter of this last financial year, and the first quarter of the new financial period will start in October. We shall see. We shall see. Thank you for your opportunity, sir.
You're most welcome, sir. Attempted to play that Shagalos.
Bank governor has denied the existence of a foreign exchange cartel operating in Trinidad and Tobago.
The revelation of cartel in TNT was made earlier this year by Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, but today Larry Hawaii said as far as he's aware, there's no such thing.
The comments were made at his first media engagement since being appointed central bank governor in June, just over a month after the Prime Minister spoke of the cartel. Geisha Alonso reports.
From our perspective, we have no evidence that would suggest there is a cartel.
Central Bank Governor Larry Hawaii is denying claims of a Forex cartel in the country. His statement contradicts what the Prime Minister had said at a post-cabinet media briefing on May 15th this year, when she announced government will compile a report on foreign exchange distribution and leakages over the last decade.
This report, as I say, will be made public to identify the main users, the main facilitators of this unfair distribution, and explain to the public how this entire Forex distribution cartel and conspiracy between certain operatives and businesses were functioning.
When contacted on the governor's remarks, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar referred us to Finance Minister Dave Tanku. We await his response. At Thursday's media engagement, the central bank governor admitted that there's a shortage of Forex, but could not say if there's now a crisis. According to him, there's a demand for $6 billion annually. He noted that a black market does exist.
I've been told that there's a black market somewhere out there. The extent of that black market, how pervasive it is, I have no real data on that.
He explained that there's also a grey market.
And what I mean by the grey market is that, for example, you may have a house to rent and the ambassador from the Netherlands might come and rent your house. And he pays you the US, but he credits your account in Florida or New York or somewhere. It doesn't come through, or it's not illegal.
He explained that the general distribution of foreign exchange takes place as a result of what comes into the commercial banks and not through the central bank. He announced that the central bank would be looking to create certain incentives to shift the grey and black markets into the normal market.
Increase the rate of interest so that businesses could get a competitive rate when they bring their money back to Trinidad and Tobago. And they have an incentive to bring it back rather than leaving it outside, so we have more US flowing into the system. Some of that may not be available for sale. It may be for the asset liability books of the banks.
The governor adds repatriation brings more flexibility for the country. Geisha Kaulasa Alonso, Sense 3 News.
So you heard the central bank governor? You heard the prime minister? You heard. Some people might say I shouldn't laugh at them, but well, yeah, we were warned, you know. We were warned. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Gowan. When I hear the central bank governor speak, I feel like PNM, he reminds me of a PNM in power. Because it's the same sentiment that was echoing when PNM was in power. And Mr. Bissessa keeps saying it's a mafia, a cartel. Certain people getting money. And they was pointing out, I don't want to call the name of the companies. She was pointing out the name of the companies at the time. And the people, the PNM central bank governor was saying the very same thing. Now they're trying to force this man to say what their narrative was in when they was in opposition. Listen, Pastor Google, we have a crisis in Lumen. When you hear they put these SRPs who don't have the experience of dealing with these young people in schools, one arm and one not arm, and any mishap happen to anybody child in this country, in those schools, we'll have hell to pay in this country, you know. You could use these children in a custom being around a live firearm. They want to put that in our school and expect with Pastor Google for years. I had a business there in Nexar School. And when fight break out, I would go in my bathroom in the school and call the police. You dare not go outside and stop these children. You could see two untrained SRP going among these. You know, you ever witnessed a school fight? Well, I have witnessed over the years, maybe hundreds. And I started to go silently and call the police. You dare not go outside it. Let one of them gun discharge or some school child pull the gun off of one of them waist or some kind of thing happen. You will see the kind of madness. They want to put guns in school. Them know examine them know what they're doing. Listen, the blueprint that the PNM has with Gatsby Dolly and them was the right blueprint. Right? And they want to change up all these things saying they to stop school violence. This one no school violence. A matter of fact, I see with my normal police SRPs. Pastor Google, we have something coming out. They will get a rule of making when school open. I go on.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hey, pleasant good night, Pastor, to you and your viewership this evening. Pastor, I just want to share a contribution on the press conference by the Central Bank Governor earlier today. If you did watch I don't know if you did watch it, but I was taking a little view. And then I realized something in the press conference during the media questioning was something that the former finance minister, Mr. Colin Imbert, was always emphasizing, right? You see, the use of the credit card the grease of the credit cards, and people using the credit card center. That is people who, instead of cash, when you go outside, right? So you're using cash to buy anything, you're using the credit card. If you watch in the charts today, right, that is one of the major users of Forex right now, and growing. It's grows so much that they even see in the charts that there was a drop in the retail and distribution, right? So there was people like purchasing for retail products and things. That was a drop because they realized people was more shopping on the outside, personal then, with the credit cards and things. So Mr. Imbert used to be saying there was always a diverse demand, right, for the Forex. So the Forex is actually growing. It's not one set of people controlling it. It was a cartel, right? It's everybody was demanding for it. Car dealership owners, insurance, all these people. It was a big demand for it. So I don't know if the investigative interministerial committee, Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa, our Prime Minister, mandated from May the 16th, right? I don't know if they're still going ahead investigating this cartel, but I wish them luck because look, the facts, the figures were presented today, and surprisingly, nobody asked the governor today in the media if there's any ongoing investigation by interministerial committee. So that is how we have to play it. All right, Pastor, that is my contribution for tonight.
All right, thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. What is your view on this whole Forex and foreign exchange? And the central bank governor has spoken. The central bank governor has spoken. Why did they fire the last central bank governor? Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Pastor.
Yes, sir.
I'm still waiting for the governor at the central bank to tell me who are the people getting this foreign exchange. He forget that out of his script or what? That is why they fired Hillier, for he to tell me, because Hillier wasn't telling me. So they put he for he to tell me that who getting all this foreign exchange. And he refused. So in the morning, Kamala should fire he now. Because he's not telling us who get. I want to know who getting all this foreign exchange. And nobody, with the supporters from nobody coming up, could ever ask the question. The reporter asked him who's getting the thing, all them things. So I can't understand the benefit that he keeping a news conference to tell the people about cartel and cartel. Who getting the money? Who getting the foreign exchange? Call the name of the people and tell me later, partner.
I hear you.
Line. Ding, line. I was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pan they get 19 seats and he run and give his speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me crooks and panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and clear, but the results from the elections proved the mystic breaking black man air they don't hear. So don't expect me to jam your prime minister. No, don't tell me. I stopped drinking bush tea for your fever. I said no, don't tell me. Cause you ain't do it once, but you did it twice. Elections gone, it's you choose Barabbas in front of Christ.
Only hear this now. I don't know. Only to do minister. Why we doing ourselves this? What we really doing? What we doing? Only want to know what we talking about. Only want to know what I'm talking about. At the press conference. A question was asked to the Minister of Sport and Youth Affairs. Ole don't do that. Don't do that. This man don't know how much ambassadors we have. The man don't know. Who are our sports ambassadors? When Akash asked him, who's the three? Brah Lara, he take up the pencil. The same pencil and the Robert's talking about. He take up the pencil. He say, Brah Lara. Who is the moderator? Who was moderating the press conference? He telling him, Samuel Badji. Allow. Olia. Don't do that. Listen it.
End of the month. Okay. With respect to, you mentioned Dwayne Bravo, a sports ambassador. How does that work in terms of how many sport ambassadors do we have right now? Does he replace an outgoing ambassador, or is he added?
Currently, we are adding. We have a lot of other athletes we are looking at to make them sport ambassadors also.
But how many do we have right now?
Have about 3.
Who are the other? Who are the 3?
We're supposed to have Brian Lara as one. Yeah. And Samuel Badri. But we will be coming with some others.
Alright, I just...
Who is the third one, Bridget? You say we had 3? Who is the third one? You don't even know he's the sports minister. You know you're coming to a press conference to tell we about sports ambassadors. So this is how you're supposed to go about doing it. You're supposed to say, the government of Trinidad and Tobago, we want to extend our sports ambassadorship to Mr. Dwayne Bravo. Knowing that we already have 3, which is Brian Lara, Samuel Badri, and you call the other person name. If it's the man who was throw the javelin, you do that. And you give her vibes.
They do it once.
Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google, good night.
Hi.
How are you?
Are they?
Oh boy, listen to me now. They do it once. They do it twice. They choose Barabbas in front of Christ, Pastor Google. You hear me? You hear I don't call in too much? And I don't think too much. You know why? They're feeling the pinch now. And we who in Christ, we are going to feel it, Pastor Google. You hear? So let we live straight and let we just wait for when that time reach. Me and Brother, because I used to call in and talk to them. I saw they know all they have, all they know all they go get. We own people on the ball and Rowley doing this and Rowley doing that and here that. What Camilla doing now? What's she doing? People. These Muruga table and people too. Where all of them get they go take. I'm sorry to say. I just feel sorry for them sometime, But all they have to live with it for now. Let me see if they go forget when they start back to push things in their face again. Let me see if they go forget. So you have a great night, Pastor Google.
Same to you. Thank you very much. All right. Hello, good evening.
Brian Lara, I understand from another frequency, was removed as a sports ambassador recently.
But the minister say Brian Lara is a sports ambassador.
I heard on another frequency or another talk show host in the afternoon that Brian Lara has been removed as a sporting ambassador for Trinidad and Tobago. Right? I don't know who the others are, but this fella, he on guesswork. He guessing, he ain't sure. He know what he talking about. But they were said that Brian Lara was removed as a sporting ambassador. It was reported that way.
That had to be confirmed. You know, I thought Akash would have asked the Minister of Sport about conservation, CCC.
Oh, you mean the Civilian Conservation Corps?
Yeah.
Well, I thought there were a lot of questions he could have asked him because he's not even sure about how much money has been given to the people who are going to represent us in the world games in halfway around the world next week. He doesn't even know. You see, they get some money. What kind of answer is that? You don't know how much money you give out to the athletes. They get, one of them gets some money, and if the others come, they might be able to do something. But what kind of answer is that? So you're not interested to find out exactly the well-being of our athletes going to represent us at the World Track and Field Games? You're not interested to find out that? That they want to come to you and knock on your door, you waiting for the paper? Does he know who's going to the World Track and Field Games to represent Trinidad and Tobago?
He don't want to know.
Huh? He's a novice. He's an amateur. He doesn't have a clue what's going on. Like, he just coming to work every day and just making up time. He sounds so immature and as if, like, step into that office for the first time. 4.5 months, almost 4.5 months earlier there, and you don't know, have a clue what's going on? What a shame. That's a shame. Okay. Come, sir.
Yeah, man. All right, thank you very much for your call. Here now, I want to show you how it looking now. That looks so embarrassing, boy. I don't know, I don't know if Trinidad and Tobago understand what they put into how we looking on our world stage, boy. How we looking on our world stage? We serious? Are we serious as a nation? So I want to show you how this man look. He look up to this thing embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Serious. Come on the live and watch this now. If you're not watching the live, you need to tell somebody. Share the live with somebody. Share the live with somebody. I want you to do that now. Share the live with somebody. Let me get this thing going. I don't believe this.
Line. Ding, 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 line. I was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pandey get 19 seats and he run and give his speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me crooks and panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and clear, but the results from the elections proved to me stick breaking black man air. They don't hear. So don't expect me to jam your prime minister. No, don't tell me. I stopped drinking bush tea for your fever. I said no, don't tell me. Cause you ain't do it once, but you did it twice. Elections gone, is you choose Barabbas in front of Christ. So if you notice your little daughter bringing home a grand, because Camilla sent she to a school inside the Bitam, and when she bring home the baby father, the man like more Sexton Panday. Please don't stop me in the road to complain.
Alright. So I'm going to show you all the video in a short. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening.
My grandmother had a saying. She used to say, harden children the spiel. And that is what's going on. You see, Dr. Rowley warned us about these people, but they didn't listen. So those words come to me, harden children the spiel.
Harden children does?
The spiel. She always used to say so, harden children. She used to say, I remember that as a child. My grandmother saying, harden children the spiel.
Well, here now, we well feeling these days.
I'm telling you. And it have more to come, eh? It ain't done. It ain't done.
We well feeling.
What they saying? The fire, the smoke behind, the fire behind. The smoke in front and the fire behind.
Oh, Lord. Well, there's too much fire, all right? We smoke too much smoke, boy.
Yeah, it ain't done. It ain't done.
Too much smoke, Mom.
The fire brigade, all the fire station hose wouldn't be enough to wet this fire.
Lord. All right.
We had to take water from the sea to wet it. All right.
All right, Mom.
Okay.
So I want to
with
show
respect
what
to,
this
you
man
mentioned Dwayne Bravo, a sports ambassador.
How it look.
How does that
it
work?
really look good and all. Really didn't look good at all.
Okay. With respect to, you mentioned Dwayne Bravo, a sports ambassador. How does that work in terms of how many sport ambassadors do we have right now? Does he replace an outgoing
Akash
ambassador?
was asking him a
Is he
question.
added?
And in the question that Akash
Currently,
asking,
we are adding. We have
I
a
want
lot
to listen how
of
the
other
minister
athletes we are looking at
answered
to
the question.
make them sport ambassadors.
This is your
also.
minister of sport.
How many do we have right now?
This is not
about 3.
Who are the others?
Somebody on the street.
We're supposed to have.
This is
Brian
your minister
Lara
of sport who are all the
as one.
attitude.
Yeah. And who? And Samuel Badri.
Well, listen to this now. Listen to this.
Okay. With respect to, you mentioned Dwayne Bravo, a sports ambassador. How does that work in terms of how many sport ambassadors do we have right now? Does he replace an outgoing ambassador? Or is he added?
Currently, we are adding. We have a lot of other athletes we are looking at to make them sport ambassadors also.
But how many do we have right now?
Have about 3.
Who are the others? Who are the 3?
We're supposed to have Brian Lara as one. Yeah. And who? And Samuel Badri. But we will be coming with some others.
All right, and just.
Oleo, let me be real now. Will you be serious? Ole serious about that? You all looked at that unhappy? You all looked at that video and felt comfortable and happy to say that is our minister of sport? Really? You don't even know your back toe? As they would say, your back foot? I wouldn't go as fast as say what somebody say, like the back of a spoon. This will we reach to all, yeah? Nah, man. Brian, you look at that?
He watching the minister in the prime minister office and asking him, and who? You asking the minister of communication in the prime minister office. You get asked a question on sports. And you looking to and who? He is the minister. He's not the minister in the Ministry of Sports, you know. He is the Minister of Sports. 4 months and change.
Brethren, let us talk about it. Let's just stay on the line 1 minute. So, okay. All right. You don't know who are the
sports
three
ambassador.
Sports ambassador. Be a big man and say, here what now? Akash, hold me to that. The next time you meet me at a press conference, I will give you the names of the ambassadors, sports ambassadors. Be a big man. Don't hold your pencil and start to tell me about Brian Lara. Who is that you say there? Who is that you say there? Who is that? Samuel Badri? Who? Samuel Badri?
But not only that, he played back and look at his hand on the knob to take off the switch. He hurried to take off the switch. You understand? To take off the mic then.
Because he don't know.
Because he don't know. That is my point. Play it back and you will see it. His hand, he was about to take off the mic when Akash asked him another question. And you realize, so he left his finger on the mic button to take it off because he doesn't know. You come to a press conference without doing your homework. So you just come to sit down there in a suit and no ask you no questions?
Yeah.
On sports?
Yeah.
At a time like this when they have a World Athletics Championships a week away. Cricket tomorrow, football tomorrow. And you don't have a clue. 4 months you sit down in the office there. Must you just swiveling in the swivel chair and watching around and telling yourself, look at where I reach. And you're not doing your homework. You don't even know who are the ambassadors that we have. That's your job. And if I'm getting paid $70,000 a month. I want to ask a question they can't answer. $70,000 a month plus perks. Walking around with cell phone and book under the arm, in jacket and tie. 70 grand a month. And you don't know who your sports ambassadors are? In Little Trinidad?
It's really sad.
You don't know? You know we need the grandchildren to come and play football. That should have been done when we only had the SOE issue that you all recall Parliament for. You could have brought that. They would have gotten support from the opposition. Simple as. So that we would have them today for the match tomorrow night. But no, you don't even have a board in place. You're waiting on the Prime Minister. You don't have a board. So what are you doing for the last 4 months as Minister of Sport? You don't even know what monies have been given out to the athletes who go in to represent Trinidad and Tobago. Well, I know Darren got some money. Well, how much money he get? Who else get money? Who go in? You can't tell us a thing. And then running the country at $70,000 a month.
You keep saying 70. You keep saying
the leader getting 87 plus.
You keep saying 7. You keep saying 70.
Should he be foreign? But talk to this one. Talk to that one. Talk to Tanku. Talk to this one. Talk to that one. Talk to the Minister for Homeland Security. Talk to this one. Don't ask you nothing in other words. This is what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. This is them running Trinidad and Tobago. Dressing up fancy and come into a post-cabinet conference and can't answer a question. A simple question like that. And we paying them all that money.
You better know. You better know that.
Yeah, paying them all that money for and they can't answer a question. The minister of education can't tell you how many children get laptop. How many children get the $1,000. School starting Monday.
Juliet over to play it over. Don't play it over for Juliet.
and what's his hand? What's his hand?
Yeah.
His hand on the knob like he will go to ask me nothing more. I go to ask me nothing now. I won't take up the button. I want to take up the mic. I go to ask me nothing now. You understand? Guys who run in the country don't have a clue. School starting Monday.
Let me play it for Juliet. Let me play it for Juliet.
Okay. With respect to, you mentioned Dwayne Bravo, a sports ambassador. How does that work in terms of how many sport ambassadors do we have right now? Does he replace an outgoing ambassador? Or is he added?
Currently, we are adding. We have a lot of other athletes we are looking at to make them sport ambassadors also.
But how many do we have right now?
Have about 3.
Who are the other? Who are the 3?
We're supposed to have Brian Lara as one. Yeah. And who? And Samuel Badri. But we will be coming with some others.
All right, and just
Juliet.
What a shame.
You shame? You shame? I not shame.
What a shame.
I not shame at all.
And he say he love football. I love football.
All right. Hello, good evening.
A little bit like the ball by culture. This is ambassador.
Yeah. We should be going as a nation, hello.
The man nervous, you see, like he went, oh gosh. He thought attack wasn't going. I asked him more questions, you know. He was ready to done.
Yeah, I want to know. I sorry, what going on? From the man calling me Prime Minister and drunk. The man who don't know who is our ambassadors. The man who said we don't call people names here. Hey, we in our West, boy.
I come with you first.
Yeah.
All right.
Cabello called her a drunk and further accused the U.S. of being liars, saying the White House did not explain how its naval forces determined that the boat came from Venezuelan territory, nor what procedure was used to identify the cartel, nor the nationalities of those on board. He was speaking on his weekly program last night.
For example, the stupid crook who rules the Dominican Republic and the drunk who rules Trinidad, when they... Yes, a drunk sides with this attack. They are condemning their people to be executed at sea. That's right, they are condemning their fishermen to be executed.
Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander says Diosado's comment towards Prasad Bisasa is highly offensive, and he had some questions for him.
You're calling persons' names. We don't do that here. But since if he could identify her as that, probably he's either that too, or he's a madman. It would be fair to say, if I say to him, because of what is happening now in the United States, that he's facilitating drugs in his country. Is he a drug pusher? Is he a pimp?
The fallout from a recent U.S. drone strike that destroyed an alleged Venezuelan drug vessel has deepened.
This as conflicting narratives continue to emerge between Venezuelan government statements and reports from...
So, yeah. See, man, call the Prime Minister drunk, eh? Wow. Man, call the Prime Minister drunk, boy. Wow, Olia, what we going with this?
The governor has denied.
What we going with this? Well, yes, we reach where we going as a nation, you know.
Because I said before in previous videos, when the PNM not in power, you all are rabid dogs.
The governor has
Get back, what the video going?
Nothing for the UNC, insisting too that it is Mr. Warner who is responsible for spreading rumors about Prasad Bisasa.
Did Jack not go on Mulchan Test Junction and said that you were so drunk you fall down on Gandhi's statue? That is on record. I didn't say that, Kamala. Jack said that. Do you have the guts to go and say that Jack said that about you?
He then trained his gun on former Shogunas Mayor
Well, yes. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good afternoon, Pastor. Good afternoon.
Good evening.
I'm trying to understand something, right? That man know you're coming that press conference.
I mean, if he knew he was coming to press conference.
But you can't tell me you and can't answer questions.
I mean, it has something.
The man who hosting.
It has some things you just don't know.
Pastor, what I want to know, who is the third man? He said we are three, right? He called two names.
Bravo.
Bravo
must be the third man.
And he said we are some more. And why the man who stand up had a coaxing?
Because he don't know.
Where do you say know?
Because I don't know everything.
Well, where come for?
I come because I was told. I came because I was told to be there.
So if you ever surround and nobody ain't say anything?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Good luck with that. So I see the Homeland Security members are vexed because somebody call the boss a junk, but the man lie.
Well, the only person who we know does anyway. Yeah, I hear you.
Alright, go later.
All right, so you go with me. Only gonna put me in problems, you know. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening there. You have to hit them kind of characters. Yeah. You have to give them a UN chalk dust refrain. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
Right. How they going? There's too much quacks and invalid. UNC get overcrowded. As young call election, they go on and vote for an invalid woman. That's what they had to hear. Was that what we have there? A bunch of invalids and quacks inside it. They ain't doing good.
It's sad. I'm seeing where in the news, if you don't know, well, now you will know, that they plan to move the prison from on Frederick Street. And the first phase of moving the prisons from on Frederick Street is to move the prisoners and put them in Aruka. I just have one question. Isn't Aruka overfull? And just be complaining about Aruka? But here what? Who is me? Who is me to ask those questions? But we reach where we going in Trinidad and Tobago. We reach where we going. I think when Mr. Manning would have made the statement that all you need to be a minister is common sense and something else he said. Mr. Manning, I think you need to take that back. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Now, I don't know where to start. As you say that, they're moving the prisoners. Did you see where, is it Sturgis his name?
Yeah.
Right.
The man who won't fall, I say have plenty belly but no guts.
Yes, that's correct. Do you see where he is telling us that he's building some 20-foot and 40-foot containers to put in certain communities where he considered high risk? But I'm not going to tell you all presently now. So I'm putting it where they're making, if you're living in Coconut Drive, Tallman, you'll get a 20-foot container somewhere in Coconut Drive to monitor all they're going in and going out. Or they might put one by Mova Junction, they will put one by the Tambran Tree. That's what we voted for, right? So their solution to crime is that the Venezuelan nowadays want to stop the drug lords. We go stop the guns in Trinidad and Tobago, and hopefully that go stop the home invasion because nobody ain't gonna be on no drugs to create no home invasion. Right? We have to be living in a dream world past. Check the kind of character, check the amount of thing happen for the day from this administration. A man called the lady an alcoholic. I have a minister. You know what too?
The minister in Troy Brian Lara, you know, if you listen to what he said, he think we are Brian Lara. Right? So he ain't sure neither about Brian Lara. And then he had asked the man who's in the office of the Prime Minister. So that's why she tell we talk to Dave Tanku. So I wonder if it's Tanku that write the statement for she to come and make that remark about cartel. So now we have to go back to Tanku. So anybody can tell me the Prime Minister office if she still comes to Paula Street Pastor Google. Because I see a man who's supposed to be fixing the traffic light in Lava until they have a company that go around fixing traffic light, putting back the sensor in the road. I see he have a worker on the truck, he cutting the grass around the street light. And I'm going to see if I catch one tomorrow where Saddam Hussein hire a contractor in El Sikoro to start to clean some of the drains. So you see why you have no money, right? That's what we vote for. Enjoy your night.
Thank you very much. I don't know what you only good we? Only good, yes. I don't know, you know. Only telling me about the man. And the man, and the man, and the man. The man. Let me look at it. Let me look at him again. Yeah, let me look at him again. The man don't know who is the sports ambassadors. The Minister of Sport and Youth Affairs is not aware of who are our sports ambassadors.
Okay. With respect to, you mentioned Dwayne Bravo, a sports ambassador. How does that work in terms of how many sport ambassadors do we have right now? Does he replace an outgoing ambassador? Or is he added?
Currently, we are adding. We have a lot of other athletes we are looking at to make them sport ambassadors also.
But how many do we have right now?
Have about 3.
Who are the other? Who are the 3?
We're supposed to have Brian Lara as one. Yeah. And who? And Samuel Badri. But we will be coming with some others.
All right, and just.
But who is the other? But he not. But the caller was right. He don't even know if Brian Lara is still a sports ambassador. But what are they going on here, ain't you? Anyway, I feel that the cabby right. That cabby right. Somebody say I'm embarrassing. Somebody say it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that your Minister of Sports don't know who are the sports ambassadors. It's embarrassing. Say something.
Yeah, I said Bravo is one because he's a UNC. Not Brian Lara. Brian Lara is a PNM. Remember? So Brian Lara relax himself. Bravo taking that position now.
Right. And who's the next one?
I think Nicky P will get that position too.
Nicky P. And who again?
Badri.
Samuel Badri. And who again?
Yeah. And Bataria.
At least you call names. You understand? You call no names. At least you call names. At least nobody prompted you in the background telling you, even though you're a little fully done, but nobody in the background prompted you on. That's what I'm saying. You better be an advisor to the minister. I feel that's what we have to do. Man like KFC have to be the advisor to the minister, because you can't tell me KFC calling on a normal YouTube and Facebook blog and KFC calling out people name and KFC don't even have nobody to prompt him, and you as a big minister cannot tell us. You say 3, you only give me 1. The man who was moderated, who's the Minister of Communications, tell you the next one. And you can't tell me who's the 3rd one. You understand? Only embarrassing, yes? Fully embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It is sad what our country has come to. You understand? It is embarrassing. But that's who you vote for. Yeah. Tunapuna, who you vote for a man who say a community center is a center in the community. That's who you vote for. Tunapuna, who you vote for a man who say lawyers are drinking milk from their own cows. Tunapuna, who you vote for a man who say we don't call people names here. But hear what? Labre and Point 14. Somebody whispered in my ear and said to me that they did not even keep the stand your grounds what they were having going around. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. What they were going around with the stand your ground laws, and they were asking people to give their views and opinion. Point 14 and Labre, did you all get an opportunity to do so? San Fernando West, did you all get an opportunity to do so? Asking for a friend. But are you ready to talk about everybody win? Are you ready to talk about everybody win? Who is everybody? Anybody from Labyrinth Point could call in and tell me if they kept the stand your ground consultation by you all? Anybody from Point listening could answer that? Huh? Somebody said that man not lying. That's gospel. What is he what you talking about? Somebody sent me that message on WhatsApp. I'm just reading it to see. I'm looking at some of the messages that you all are sending me. Right? Looking at some of the messages that you all are sending me on WhatsApp. What is this here? Not sure if you got this one already. What is this? Of course, will you tell me something embarrassing happening there again, you know? Yes, that's it, Mr. Alexander. Which one is this one? Oh, yes, with the schools. Yes. Hi, Pastor Google. Keep up the wonderful job you are doing. Sorry, I am a little behind with watching your live because school has resumed for me, and it is a lot of work, but I go but I go back and listen. I'm enjoying all. Thanks again for your service. You're most welcome. I wonder which one is this.
So another topic here. So Venezuela's Justice Minister.
Oh yeah. I deal with that. I dealt with that. We play the Justice Minister. We had an interpreter and all telling us what the Justice Minister had to say. Look all here. Let me say thank you to all of you for being on the live this evening. Thanks very, very much. I really appreciate all of you for being on the live this evening. You know what I mean? And I want to say to you guys, keep your ears and your eyes on the ground.
The information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
Frown
Brown Eyes Promotion presents We Outside Tobago Carnival 3, October 24th to 27th, an all-inclusive package, inclusive of breakfast, lunch, and accommodations. Smith Drive, Lowlands, Tobago, opposite Gull City Mall. Limited spots. Book yours now. Call 713-4029. Accommodation options: 1 bedroom with a kitchenette, 2 beds, up to 4 people, or 2 bedrooms self-contained, 6 people max, queen size, plus single beds. Check-in time 2:30 p.m. Check out 11 a.m. Limited spots available. Prices with breakfast and lunch: $2,000 per person. Breakfast only $1,700 per person. Half payment due by July 31st. Pay off by September 30th. Non-refundable. Payment plans available. For more info and to book your spots, call 713-4029. We outside Tobago Carnival 3 from October 24th to 27th. All courtesy Brown Eyes Promotion. We do not own the copyrights for the song playing in the background.
You give your hand to me, and let me say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so, and anyone can tell. You think you know me well, you don't know me.
Hey guys, I am Nigel O'Connor, a singer for all seasons. I am that voice that moves you for every occasion. I am that voice that celebrates life moments one note at a time. I am Nigel O'Connor. You can contact me at 783-0054 or 754-3154. And oh yes, that's me singing in the background.
Choose a leader. That's the most relevant question.
So I want to say thanks again to all of you for being on the live. Thanks for being a part of Constructive Talk this evening. Talk to you guys on Monday, please God, where we will continue to highlight and bring forward the current affairs and issues that is happening across the world. Let me say to those of you who will be watching this live rerun, please subscribe and like the page and share the information with your friends and loved ones. Have a blessed one. Trinidad and Tobago and the world. Talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, why? Because a leader must help his country to rise. A good leader, be able to motivate and then mobilize. A good leader, and a leader must be one whose vision is clear, holding ethics and integrity. A good leader. Oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite, not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight, not a tyrant or a dictator. That is not what this country needs. That will only make my nation lead. His first goal should be service, not self-advancement or greed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Oh, good leaders are born, not made. Setting standards is get trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader, he must know when to let go and delegate. Must be the most able of his peers, not driven by petty fears. And though he can, don't always dominate. Because a leader leader must be blessed with wisdom also. A good leader. Oh, when to take in front and when to follow. A good leader. And a leader must be the one to set the template. So those coming after could duplicate. A good leader. Oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite. Not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight. Not someone seduced by flattery. That is not what this country needs. Not stumbling about like a tumbleweed. His heart should beat with courage, not be coward or weak-kneed. Blessed. Good leaders are born not bad. Being a mentor is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. We don't want someone always thinking small. No, no. No, no, no. That's not a leader at all. At all, at all. One who always booze, drinking alcohol. No, no. No, no, no. That's not a leader at all. At all, no Casanova. Always chasing skirts. No, no. Leader at all. At all, and if it's the treasury that they out to hurt. My. No, no, no. That's not a leader at all. My. Whoa, we don't want that. We can't handle that. Whoa, a leader, we don't want that. We can't handle that. A trickster, a conman, a hustler. We don't need someone specialized in fraud, but want to be respected and never rejected. Here at home and especially abroad. They don't have to be a lawyer or doctor. Their first degree should be common sense. And when it's time to decide, you cannot run, you cannot hide. A firm stand he must take, don't sit on the fence. Because a leader mustn't drift like sinking sand. By the courage of his convictions, he should stand. And a leader can't bend with every wind that passes. To his values and principles, hold fast. Oh yes, a leader should let his instincts prevail. Know how to cut apart where there is no trail. Not someone seduced by flattery. That is not what this nation needs. We don't need another trumpet. Indeed, should be stable with family values, not looking for young girl to breed. Blessed. Good leaders are born not made. Setting standards is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Good leaders are born not made. Lifting up others is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Yes, good leaders are born not made. Leaving us better off is their trade. Blessed is the one